Hi, this is Eddie from Bent Tree Woodworks. I'm here at my lathe with a new product that I'd like to share with you guys. It's from Badges and More. The website is www.badgesandmore.com. Now this is a buffing wax. It's a buffing compound. There's two compounds and then a wax that goes on with it. It's like one of the other buffing systems you've seen out there that takes a wheel and maybe a buff with each compound so that you put it on and you buff it off, put it on the wheel and then you buff it off. Well, this one's different. This one you take and you apply it directly to whatever it is you're working on, your wooden piece that you're working on, and you buff it off with a soft paper towel. Like I said, there's two of them. There's the coarse, there's the fine, and then there's the polish that goes on at the end. Now I have a small bowl here on my lathe and I'm going to show you how I use this compound. What I like about it is I don't have to go out and change buffing wheels when I want to do this. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my coarse buffing agent. It's a very fine buffing agent, as you can see here, and I'm just going to take some of it and get it on my paper towel here, and I'm going to rub it on my piece of wood. Now I don't have to have the lathe on to do this, and this is a fine or a coarse polishing grit, and we're just going to rub it in, get it polished all over here, get it rubbed in all over our bowl. Yeah, make sure you get enough on there, and just get it in there good. Make sure you got a good coverage, whatever you like or however much you like, and I like to get enough on here that it gives it kind of a little orange tint to it. That way I'm pretty sure that I've got enough on there. Now all I have to do is take this same cloth that I have. I don't have to go and put a wheel on here and dress my wheel and then apply this. I just take this same piece of cloth and I'll turn my lathe on and I'll bring it up to a good little speed here, and I'll just keep applying it. You know, I just rub it in. So this is being a coarse paste, a coarse paste you put in here. You can rub it in pretty good. And I don't, you know, at this point I'm not going to run my lathe very fast. I'm running about 240, 250 RPMs, and I just dress this in here. And by the way, I have sanded this up to 240 before I started this process, so I've gotten all the bad stuff out of there, or at least I hope I do. And I just keep pushing this on there, rubbing it around. I like to use little circles or maybe a figure eight, you know, go back and forth on there just to make sure I've got it in there all the way and all I need. And the next thing I'll do, if I hadn't dropped that cloth down on the ground, I would still use it, but I'll bring my speed up somewhat. And now I'm just going to wipe this off. I'm just going to let it go, run it in there again, making the small circles or the little figure eights or however you feel comfortable doing it. And I'll turn that cloth over and I'll get a cleaner side and I'll keep working that in there until I'm not getting anything coming off on my cloth or on my paper towel here, and I'm quite satisfied that I've got a good polish going on there. It kind of reminds me of the dentist, you know, working on your teeth there when he puts that polishing compound on right before he lets you get out of the chair and says everything's good. So now that we've done that, we have used our buffing wax coarse sanding, and it's a paste again. So now we're going to go to number two, which is the fine. A little different color, got a little different smell to it, very pleasant smell. We're going to turn our lathe speed off again, and we're going to get enough on our paper towel there, and we're going to do that process all over again. We're going to rub this into this bowl, and we're going to work it in there. Might get a little more and put on there, and make sure we've got a good coverage on there, because we want to make sure that we polish this up on all spots. So we bring this is the fine now. This is number two. And again, I didn't have to change wheels. I didn't have to go take something off my lathe and put it back on there and do it all over again, you know, since I've already used it once. I'm still in the same spot. I'm still using the same bowl. Now I'm going to bring my lathe, bring it back up to speed. I'm going to again run it about 250 RPMs, and I'm going to work this in there. I'm just going to polish it off with this finer grit. This is the number 2 grit from badgesandmore.com. You can go there and look on their website and see what they have for sale. These are being shipped right to your door, so you don't have to go out and hunt this down anywhere. Just go right there on the good old internet and do it. So now we work this in nice little circles, turning our paper, making sure we've got it all worked in there really good. And I might bring my speed up a little bit more just to get it to, I like that speed there. That's about 400. That works pretty good for me. That's kind of where I like to work. So I'm also watching my wood, and I can see the surface of that, and I can pretty much tell by watching that surface that nothing else is moving around on there from the shine. This light puts off a pretty good shine there, so I can tell that I've got that buffed in there pretty good. All right, I'm gonna shut it down again. And now I'm going to number 3, and this is the polishing. We've used the coarse sanding and the fine sanding, and now we're going to use the Badges and More polish. Now this is a nice little white paste, and we're going to get some here on our paper towel. And just like we did before, we're going to run this polish in there by hand, turning our lathe a little bit. We're going to work it in, polish all around, making sure you've got the whole surface covered. Of course, when you turn the lathe on there, you're going to polish it around anyway. So, all right, this is carnauba wax. So we're rubbing this good carnauba wax right into the surface here. Made all our circles. It doesn't take a whole lot. You know, this carnauba wax, man, it goes a long way. So now we're going to bring our lathe back on. I'm going to turn my speed down right now to about 200. And I'm going to rub this wax in. Go back and forth, making little circles to make it polish up really pretty. All right, we're getting this all worked in. Now this is called, again, this is Badges and More Super Shine. 3 different agents, no buffing wheels required, so you don't have to go out and purchase something else. All you have to have is this buffing compound. Man, I'm going to tell you, this will put a shine on something. I'm going to bring my speed up now to, again, around 500. Just work this in there. It gets a little hot, so don't put a whole lot of pressure on there unless you're wanting to burn your fingers off, or you use something else as a backer pad to keep that heat down. But I like to run it about 500. I'm not putting a whole lot of pressure on here. Just bringing that up so I can see that shine come out. And let me tell you, this will put a nice shine on whatever it is you're working on. Then I like to go and take me another piece of paper towel and finish buffing this out. One I know doesn't have any wax residue on it. It's a nice clean one. That's going to really bring that shine out on that piece of wood that you're working on there. Badges and More, www.com, Badges and More. Good company to work with, real nice people. They'll go out of their way to help you and make sure that you've got this down just fine. So now I'll cut this off for you. And I don't know if you can see that. I don't know how well it's showing up there. But man, there is a great shine on that piece of wood. Let me pull it out of the chuck here. I haven't finished this one. We're just doing the outside of it right now. And you can do the inside the same way, and that's another thing that makes it kind of nice. So here's this piece of maple. Man, did we not get a good shine on that piece of maple right there. That's an excellent shine. Excellent product. Now again, the best part about this, in my opinion, is that you don't have to go out and have one of those buffing wheels. I've got that other system here, and I've got 3 buffing wheels, and I've got 3 different compounds. I have to put the buffing wheel on. I have to put the compound on the buffing wheel. I buff it. I have to take the wheel off, put a different wheel on, add the buffing compound, and do that again. So I'm eliminating like 3 steps there. All I have to do is take this from Badges and More Super Shine, 3 different bowls here. Fine, coarse, and the polish. Really great product, guys. Give them a good look. Go out there on the internet, find these guys, look them up. Super Shine. That's what it's called. It's a wipe on and buff off. Give it a try. Again, I'm Eddie from Bent Tree Woodworking. Give this a try. I think you'll find it a product that you'll want to have in your shop.